Ultimate MK Podquest.
Corey, are you a Cheez-Its guy or are you a Cheese Nips guy? Do you have those in Canada?
We do. In my experience, I'm a cheese nips guy.
Oh, fuck you. Podcast over.
But I mean, look, this isn't like a blood oath or anything.
What you're saying is you're a bad person.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Actually, correction. What I'm saying is if somebody put a gun to my head and took me into a store and said, pick your favorite baked cheese snack, I'd probably pick cheese nips out of habit is my actual answer.
But why? Why? Out of habit. Not because they taste worse. Like they're
Well,
objectively
here's the thing. I couldn't tell you
the cracker.
I couldn't tell you the difference between a cheese nip and a Cheez-It. Not even once.
One tastes
However,
good.
can I make it?
The one in the red box, the Cheez-It.
They're both red
good.
boxes. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, they're not, dude.
Yes, they are.
Cheese nips are yellow.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Absolutely are.
No, they are not.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Oh, because Ritz. Oh shit! Did Ritz buy cheese nips? Cheese nips used to be yellow. This is how long I've been. I guess orange, not yellow, orange.
Dude, the box is red.
You're insane. No,
the box
not.
has always been red. What are you talking about? Let me send you a picture of a fucking cheese nips box.
Send me a picture. I'm gonna send you a picture of one too. Holy shit, dude.
Mine's processing. Give it a second.
You said
here's another one.
You said the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life, which is that the cheese nips box is red. Canada's all kinds of fucked up.
Here's 2 red cheese nips boxes.
Here's an American cheese nips box for you. God damn it. What is with this JFIF file format? Let me try this again.
I opened it. It's fine. Yeah, no, I've never seen that in my goddamn life. Also,
serious?
who's Nabisco? Never met her.
You don't know? You don't have Nabisco?
It's Christy, baby.
Who makes Chips Ahoy up there?
Mr. Christy, you make good cookies. That was a real slogan at one point.
It's like we're living in different realms, man.
We may as well be.
This is insane to me.
So
up in Canada, they're just pretending to be Cheez-Its.
I don't think that's true.
I wonder if,
I think red is red one of the colors that advertisers decided makes people hungry?
Hungry or horny, potentially.
Well, this is a cheese snack. Important to note, Neil, that it's not going to be like that in real life. Crackers are enlarged to show texture. They're not that size for real.
I have known people in my life who have been horny for cheese, so... And
I
guess what? Those people aren't part of my life anymore.
Hold on. So I googled cheese nips, and there's a picture from Reddit, and the top half is 2 boxes of cheese nips, and the bottom half is a shirtless woman with Kraft singles over her boobs.
Holy shit.
And then I'm just on the first page of Google. Like, it's not even that many results down the page. It's on the second row.
This is why you gotta dig. You gotta use Bing, man.
So can I make
Holy shit. I explore more search. Okay.
Did you use Bing, man?
Here's what I got on Bing. Explore more searches like cheese nips, but the word cheese is crossed out, so it's just nips. And there were a lot of thumbnails staring right back at me.
My suggested searches on Google are cat dog, Nabisco, which again we don't have, cheddar, Walmart, Spider-Man, and snack.
I am not going to send this to a screenshot of this to you.
I think you should. I think you absolutely should.
You consent to this.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think this will be funny content.
Nudity.
There's a lot going on with cheese nips, huh? That we just kind of didn't know about.
I think it's just nips in general.
Well, in my experience, the cheese is sort of a required element.
This is a full screenshot here.
It's taking its time.
So I imagine the word cheese is crossed out, and these other words would be in place of the word cheese.
How did this even happen?
Nips.
How did this even happen? I like that the minions are here for this. There's one minion looking straight up, absolutely fucking stoked out of its mind.
Staring at hairy male.
Or Jim.
Nips.
Jesus, okay.
This is we are earning our explicit tag already. Oh my god.
I would like to make a follow-up statement, which is that the last time I had to buy a baked cheese snack, it was Cheez-Its.
Okay, good. All right. I forgive you.
That wasn't an ideological stance or anything, but I wanted to make it clear.
And you had a better experience eating them, I'm sure.
A lot of them didn't get eaten because it was from Costco and it was too fucking many.
Oh, yeah. Well, Canadian excess.
Yeah, that classic Canadian capitalist excess, baby.
All right. I don't know, man. I had a handful of Cheez-Its before we started this, so I just wanted to talk about it. I think
And
people who
boy,
prefer cheese nips
did we
over
ever.
Cheez-Its are fucking monsters.
What's the big differentiation factor for you?
The big difference is when you type cheese nips into Bing, you get these search results, and that's a problem.
Can you type Cheez-Its into Bing, please?
Yes, I can. Cheez-Its. Now this is just good, wholesome family fun right here.
Cheez-Its are the family-friendly cheese snack that doesn't fuck.
We got original Cheez-Its, we got Cheez-It Grooves, we got Cheez-It White Cheddar, we got recipes that involve Cheez-Its. We just got like scrumptious bowls full of Cheez-Its.
So what you're saying is that this is the one the whole family can enjoy, the Cheez-It, which is notably distinct. It's not like they didn't decide at what company makes Cheez-Its. It's not Christie. What is it?
That would be, hold on, I have a box in front of me. It used to be Sunshine or something like that. I don't see that on the box anymore. But to your point, this is a family-sized box of original Cheez-Its.
Family-sized for family recipe fun. And of course, where naturally I was going, Kellogg's.
Might be Kellogg's.
That sounds illegal. I don't think that's right.
Collect points, earn rewards. 2 easy ways to collect points. There's a loyalty club for Cheez-Its apparently. Apparently, I've been leaving money on the table. Anyway.
Yeah, did you see that they made a box that half of it's Cheez-Its and half of it's wine?
What?
You heard me.
I did not see that.
So it's a little less family friendly now. It's more like mom friendly. Look, nobody email us. I don't.
Deals.
I made a joke about a stereotype about wine. Please, nobody get mad at me.
Come on, moms love wine. We all know that's how they deal with our bullshit.
My final joke is that
children of mothers.
If Cheez-It ever wanted to take it to Cheese Nips, they could just go with Cheese Tit.
They could.
They could.
Why? Who goes to Bing? That's the first question. But the second question
Hold on. Let me try that for myself really quick. So Bing.com. It might take me to Bing.ca. I don't know. And you just went images?
Yeah, I do have safe search off.
Images. Cheese Nips.
I feel like that's a holdover from the last time.
Yeah,
we did a Bing
so
search.
my safe search is set to moderate, and my recommended searches are cheese cracker brands, cheese cracker snacks, Cheez-It box, Cheez-Its, Nabisco cracker snacks. But if you turn your safe search from moderate to off, it's still all about cheese. No, it's not. You got to scroll a little bit more, and it stops being about cheese, huh?
Well, I scrolled down for that screenshot. Let's be clear. That's not like top results for me.
But it's like halfway. It's only halfway down the page.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on in here.
There's a whole nother line. Hold on, dude. There's another line. There's another.
Bing should be outlawed. What the fuck?
Who goes to Bing?
Oh my god. This is horrible.
Types in Cheese Nips, scrolls 2/3 down the page, maybe 3/4 down the page, and then goes, "Oh, this is what I was actually looking for when I typed in Cheese Nips."
I finally got recommended anime. Fucking hell yeah.
That's that second line there.
Yeah.
If you click over.
Hold on. Is this true of just everything on Bing?
I think it's specifically who's searching for nips looking for this. People I don't want to be
what's my
friends with,
favorite nips-based cracker that I forget what it's made of? Might be cheese, might have been something else. I'm just going to start with nips and work backwards. Like, who's doing this?
There's free nips. Okay.
There's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, this is...
if you do go to a next page, it does chill out quite significantly.
I hope so.
Anyway, I'm going to stop scrolling through this.
I'm upset
because I don't want to go to jail forever.
All I wanted was the box of cat dog cheese nips.
Anyway, my safe search is back to moderate. What did they do to the Teddy Grahams mascot? Look at how they massacred my boy.
Oh God, I haven't seen that.
What have they done?
Moderate for cheese nips. Where's this Teddy Grahams boy? Here's a package of cheese nips with
fuck did they do
with
to him?
also Angry Birds cheese nips. Remember Angry Birds? You ever fuck around with Angry Birds?
Honestly, not a significant amount. No.
Yeah, the game sucks. There, I said it.
Look at that fucking idiot. Look at that Teddy Grahams idiot.
Hashtag not my Teddy Graham.
Anyway, I have one final question for you.
Sure.
Okay, why is there a brand of, actually 2 questions. Why is there a brand of all natural chocolate chip mini cookies called Skeeter Nut Free?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
This is one of the funniest things maybe I've ever seen in my life.
Did you turn your safe search off again?
Miraculously, no. Is this funny to listen to without the visual reference?
Who cares? Wow.
Yeah. Skeeter, nut-free, all-natural chocolate chip mini cookies. And there's a picture of a squirrel-adjacent animal holding a no-nut sign.
Squirrel adjacent.
Welcome to No Nut. It looks more like the guy from Ice Age, like a proto-squirrel.
Yeah, and he's definitely advocating for No Nut November. This is actually turned into an appropriate segue because we're here to talk about the episode of Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm where Liu Kang gets cucked by Kitana's alt-right fuckboy ex-fiance.
And what did that have to do with Skeeter again?
Oh, he's definitely a no-fap. Rain is a no-fap in this, for sure.
Okay. That maybe that is a better segue than mine. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. I was just going to say that we had to identify each cheese cracker brand to a Mortal Kombat character.
Well, Rain is absolutely the cheese nips of
That's
the
absolutely
ninjas,
fucking false,
sure.
and you should take that back.
Guaranteed he is. He's a knockoff who sucks.
We both describe Rain as a fuckboy in our notes then.
So
actually,
good.
granted, my first reference to that is Rain just looks like an e-boy. And then I get more specific later.
God.
Weird opening, huh? Do you want to talk about Mortal Kombat now?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. We are talking Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, Episode 4, Skin Deep. Before we get into the nooks and corners, Corey, I gotta say...
The what?
The nooks and corners. What do you mean, what?
That's not the phrase. What are you talking
about?
There's 2. We do live in other realms. What the fuck are you talking? Nooks and crannies.
I know, but there's a Corey corner and a Neil nook, so I said nooks and corners.
Oh, it's a reference to our show. I get it now.
Yeah. I'm staying on brand here.
Oops. What do I look like? A guy who listens to the show we make?
Oops, all nips. Corey fucked up his web search.
Oops. I got fired from my job for Googling cheese nips at work.
That could realistically happen.
Has this ever happened to you?
Like, no, I was just looking for those. I just thought it was weird. I remembered there being both a Justice League cheese nips and an Avengers cheese nips, and I just wanted to see if that was true. I wasn't intentionally searching hairy man nips on Bing at work. It just kind of happened.
Oh.
We're gonna have to put a
disclaimer,
like a content warning at the beginning of this episode.
If you hate weird sexual internet searches and also cheese, bad news. If you're lactose intolerant and you hate Google searches,
there's gonna be like 8 think pieces on like.
We've inspired 8 think pieces, you think?
Like the Variety and HuffPo, and it's all going to be like, and BuzzFeed, and it's all going to be like, millennials have killed the cheese nip industry, and it's all going to be because of this episode and us making them sound disgusting.
And then the Federalist is going to be like, why sexual cheese nips are actually fine, Dad. They're the bad people, right?
And then Gawker's going to come back in defense of cheese nips.
Yeah. Anyway, I was making fun of the Right magazine. I don't know.
I don't fucking.
I was trying to pick some righty-tighty bullshit dudes. So if I got it right, good.
The Daily Stormer.
Ben Shapiro is going to be like, actually, they're not even sexual at all. But if they were, it would be fine.
Millennials are trying to cancel cheese nips. Let's just say.
Can you make Ben Shapiro say Mortal Kombat and then we never do this voice again?
Let's just say there actually was a Mortal Kombat tournament. And let's just say that if you won that Mortal Kombat tournament.
Let's just say it's combat time. Let's just say that.
Let's just say it's combat time.
This sucks. This sucks so bad.
And theoretically, if you win Mortal Kombat tournament, you get to live forever.
What if you don't want
I wish I had planned that bit better. We could really go some places with it.
Oh, dude. Anyway, now we need to put a content warning for Ben Shapiro because that man's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
This
I feel
episode's
like-
so good already.
I feel like I lost like a train of like I was going somewhere with this, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say before we dive deep into this, general impressions. I liked this episode. This is the best one we've seen so far.
I don't know about that.
Structurally, this one like feels more like, and not. I'm not saying it's the same, but it feels closer to like our episode structure from like a Mortal Kombat Conquest episode.
Maybe.
Right?
I think this episode just illustrates like a fundamental problem with the whole television program. That might be my problem with it more than like each episode's like individual quality level. I don't know.
Would that problem be the runtime?
Yeah, everything is solved in like 35 seconds and none of it ever matters.
Right.
So it's definitely suffering from that.
But if you watch the video at half speed,
It becomes live action and set in a different city 500 years in the past.
with different characters and different actors and better everything. Let's get into it. Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm, Episode 4, Skin Deep. I think I've introed it twice now. Let's go over to
Really
the
quick.
Corey Corner. Yeah.
Before we go, Mortal
Sure.
Kombat Episode 4, Defenders of the Realm, Skin Deep. Now third time's the charm.
Nice.
Welcome to the Corey Corner.
Whoa! I'm in the Corey Corner.
Whoa! And now I will invite you here. Now it's fine. Thank you. So, you ever have an old ex show up at your house?
Oh boy.
It's a weird vibe.
Yeah.
What if that person then proceeded to attempt to convince you to travel with them to the United States or Canada or nearest country to you personally?
New Zealand for Paul and Dominic.
Correct, probably.
Right.
What if you had to go to England, Greg?
Shout out to Greg.
and when you get there, you're told it's because of an issue of grave universal importance, and that he actually is just trying to kidnap you for clout.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been clout kidnapped by our shitty ex-boyfriends, and Rain is no different. The combat crew is here. They're destroying their own headquarters to train.
My first note is that the combat cave needs a proper training facility.
My note about this is my kick mirror. I practice kicks here. My first note is, why is the theme music different?
Oh, was the intro different?
Yeah, I double checked just to make sure. The music is like completely different. I forget what I was saying, but Katana is reacquainted with Rain after Liu Kang finds him in the jungle with a big red laser. And Liu Kang is dealing with two competing emotions. One that we've seen before with the great Kung Lao, forever in our hearts. This is an episode about what if I don't want to live forever?
That old chestnut.
And also, he's just outrageously jealous that his girlfriend has an ex-boyfriend.
Well, I mean, look at the guy.
He's got
that 90s Ryder Strong hair.
Yeah, he's got the 90s middle part that's back now. I have a middle part right now. That's how you know I'm cool and hip. And yeah, I'm actually every other episode now. I'm gonna give one detail about my physical appearance for everybody who hasn't looked it up, and somebody can just try to figure it out. And I'm definitely just huge and jacked, just like Rain, everyone's favorite e-boy. And
no more Corey Noodle Arms as you've described yourself.
That's
in the past.
true. That's me. Old Corey Cheez-It arms, because they're brittle like crackers. Anyway,
Oh, I almost just spit a Johnny Cage everywhere.
Rain would be big on TikTok, but he's as problematic as somebody who might be big on TikTok, is our point. And anyway, Liu Kang's just going through a lot of shit in this one. And also, Stryker is a person with emotions, it turns out.
The bare minimum.
They humanize Stryker somewhat.
They try and fail miserably. We'll get into it.
I didn't hate it. until the end, and then that was like, oh. Ooh,
All right. We're gonna dive deep on this.
Yo.
When we get to it, we're gonna dive deep on that because yeah. I don't know. Is that feels like enough of a Corey corner, right?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Let's hop over to the Neil Nook here. So, hey Corey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, no, the stream was unrelated. What's up?
Get over here. Welcome to the Neil Nook.
It's Gucci.
All right. This is a good one. You should take a nap before every recording.
Dude, that was like sort of a nap. I was waking up like frequently. I'm delirious.
Yeah, I know the feeling. That was my night last night. All right.
Okay.
This episode was written by Sydney Clark. I'm assuming Cydne.
CYD and Cindy, maybe?
Cydne. Sydney Clark and Steve Gannett.
Notably not Sean Catherine Derrick.
No. This is a writing team. They have mostly shared credits for everything, right? So I'm going to run through a couple of those. Well, more than a couple. They wrote together on X-Men Evolution, which was a follow-up series to the 90s X-Men animated series. They wrote on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 90s cartoon. They wrote a shit ton of Dennis the Menace cartoon episodes. They wrote together on Sabrina the Animated Series, which features Cree Summer, the voice of Katana. And they were executive story editors on 35 episodes of a sitcom called Small Wonder. Do you know that one?
The name is weirdly familiar.
That's the one. I've never seen an episode of this, but that's the one where the dude builds a robot
episode.
daughter.
Oh, I was gonna.
Yeah.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, dude builds a robot daughter. She's the Small Wonder.
Small Wonder. Hold on. A suburban family encounters exciting adventures with their next door neighbors and a robot that looks like a human child.
Yep.
That's such a weirdly clinical. Like
I remember seeing something fucked up about this show, like a video. It might have been an article or a video on Crack that talks about how there was an episode where the guy essentially sold his robot daughter into a harem.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know that that Sydney Clark and Steve Gannett were responsible for that one, but that's definitely a thing that happened.
I'm trying to determine which one of these kids is the robot because they all look like people on the cover.
The robot is, I can identify this for you, Tiffany Brissett.
Yeah, but
credited as Vicky the robot. Dummy.
No, but like I'm looking at the art and they all look like human people, Neil.
Are you on IMDb?
No, I'm on Wikipedia.
Because if you go to IMDb, there's a trailer for the show, and the still for it is the robot girl.
I'm gonna have to go to IMDb.
Oh,
Why is
Jesus
this
Christ.
episode like 60% us navigating to websites?
Because we got a lot of shit to research.
Small Wonder. Okay, that one. Got it.
Yeah, that's the robot. Okay.
Glad we figured that one out.
But Sydney and Steve didn't write everything together. I got a few credits, independent credits for them. Steve Gannett also wrote 2 episodes of Happy Days, 1 episode of Joni Loves Chachi, 1 episode of Laverne and Shirley, and 1 episode of Married with Children. And Sydney Clark on their own wrote 1 episode of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is the one with the chicken robot.
Yeah, the good one. We've been over this.
All right.
There was a good Sonic the Hedgehog show, and there was one that didn't have a chicken robot in it.
Yeah.
The other Sonic the Hedgehog show is really the Cheez-Its of...
Yeah, the good one. The other Sonic the Hedgehog show is the good one.
Well, we live in different realms, Neil. We've established this.
All right, let's talk about Reno Romano, who voices Rain in this episode.
Everybody loves Reno.
He was the voice of Peter Parker / Spider-Man in the 90s Spider-Man series.
Wait, Peter Parker is Spider-Man?
Oh, shit. Did I just out him? Fuck.
Shit.
I just Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man. Just voices Spider-Man.
I bet you know who fucking Santa Claus is, too.
Don't think Reno Romano ever voiced Santa Claus. He also voiced him in the Neversoft and Treyarch Spider-Man games on the PlayStation and other consoles. Hey, you a big Sailor Moon guy? You ever fuck around with Sailor Moon?
Yeah, Sailor Moon is genuinely something I wish I was more familiar with than I am, but I feel like anytime I see anything Sailor Moon related, I'm like, this kicks ass. This seems fucking great. And also, like, visually, it's a mood.
Sailor Moon's good. I grew up watching the 90s, the dubs. I think Deke did.
Yeah.
That's the ones I watched. And guess who fucking voiced Darien, a.k.a. Tuxedo Mask, in those dubs?
Ray Romano?
Reno fucking Romano.
Reno Romano. Shit.
Yeah, not Ray Romano.
My work here is done. But you didn't do anything. It applies to this episode.
He also voiced Johnny Rico in Roughnecks, the Starship Troopers Chronicles, which was a CGI animated series kind of spun off the movie. That also featured Clancy Brown reprising his role as Sergeant Zim, and also featured Ryder Strong as Carl Jenkins, which is probably where they got the idea to give Rain this haircut.
Shout out to Ryder Strong.
Hell yeah. And Reno Romano was the voice of Bruce Wayne / Batman. Oh shit, I just added him too.
Well, okay, look, everybody knows that one.
In the Batman, the like mid-2000s Batman cartoon series that had a movie, a direct-to-video movie that's actually pretty good called The Batman versus Dracula.
What?
Where the Batman faces off against Dracula.
Which Dracula? This is so important.
Original Dracula, like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
Not movie Bram Stoker's Dracula, but like classic Dracula.
Classicula. Never mind.
I think he also did a voice in Doom 3.
Is that the one with the rock in it? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. That's the video game, not the movie.
Yeah. Dude, did you imagine if we lived in a world with 3 Doom movies?
We live in a world with 2.
There's 2?
There's 2.
They made another one?
They made another one. Holy shit. Yeah, Doom Annihilation 2019.
Doom Annihilation? Dude,
it's
been done. They can't use that subtitle.
This is it has a 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb with 8.3 thousand ratings.
Is this CG or does the poster just kind of look like it?
No, this is a live action movie, bro. If you do this on They Made Another One, I call dibs because I fuck around with some Doom.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm seeing if this this director also did Death Races 2, 3, and 4.
Holy shit. You got those Death Races on the list? Dude, I love that Paul W.S. Anderson Death Race movie. Like, unabashed.
Oh, wait, no,
that
those are all
great.
writing credits. He didn't direct those. Important clarification.
All right, good. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I know that, when people come to listen to this podcast, they come for really only one thing, which is who wrote the 3 sequels to Death Race? And they want us to get that information right.
They really do. It's important.
God.
Robin Shaw was in that first Death Race movie.
Yeah, he was. That's true.
Yeah, he was.
He was playing one of the cars, right?
Yeah, he was Tyrese's car.
He was Turbo Dean. He could turn into a car. Robin Shaw, don't eat those spicy cheese nips. You're going to turn into a car. Oh, fuck, he's a car again. I guess I got to go Death Race.
Death Race really is just Mortal Kombat for cars, right? I mean...
Mortal Kombat.
It's Twisted Metal, the movie. It's Motor Combat. Ayo, all right. Neil Ross as Shang Tsung and Motaro.
You were saying your own name for a second.
No. Neil with an I. He spells it wrong, but we'll forgive him. This guy also did an episode on The Batman and Doom 3. He also did some voices on the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Ooh.
And he was Norman Osborn in that same 90s Spider-Man series, a.k.a. Green Goblin. Right?
Yeah.
So he worked with Reno Romano a number of times before. He also did voices on like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Darkwing Duck, Biker Mice from Mars. He was Lieutenant Mitch Kellaway in the Mask animated series. He's got 275 credits, pretty much all voiceovers.
Somebody stop him.
He's truly done it all. And that's it for the Neil Nook. You want to jump into this pretty good, if accelerated, episode of Defenders of the Realm?
Yeah, sorry for all the throat clearing you're going to have to cut out. I don't know what's up with me today.
We'll start a new fundraiser on Ko-fi to
Buy
get
Corey a
new throat. Or at least a neti pot.
Oh, Jesus. Those are gross.
Have you ever done a neti pot?
No, but the concept upsets me.
We'll save that for a cold open on a future episode.
So, first things first, they changed the theme music for no clear reason. I don't think it's necessarily worse. It's going for a much more like generically heroic tone in a way that like the vibe is just very different, and I would love to know what prompted that.
So I've been trying to watch as many of these on, I mean, we're on the 4th episode. I watched the first 3 on my DVDs, but this one, just because of timing, I just watched the long file.
Yeah.
So I completely skipped the opening and didn't even catch that. I think I caught the tail end of it, but I couldn't tell if it was different or not. I gotta go back and check that out.
Yeah, I did. I cross-referenced. I really took all my paces. I did what Neil would do.
Yeah, thank you for picking up my slack for once.
Yeah, well, because like I heard it and I thought it was different, and I'm like, there's no way they changed it, and then they did. Turns out, and that took 10 years off my life, much like that time that Jax punched the shit out of that structural stalactite in the combat cave and nearly murdered Liu Kang when he was in his kick mirror.
Liu Kang's just doing kicks in a mirror, his trademark kick mirror that he uses in every episode. We haven't really talked much about it, right? But he's always doing kicks in front of that mirror. It's his version of the Great Kung Lao's dark room.
Right.
And then Jax is just in the background, just wailing on a stone column in the control room of the fucking combat cave. Like they don't have a gym.
They don't seem to have anything.
Why don't they have a gym? Is it just like, is Jax, his arms are just like so like beefy and like technologically advanced that he can't wail on like a punching bag? He's got to like wail on stone.
Could they at least get a James?
You proud of that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep that whole pause in. Fill it with gunshots.
Yeah, so I guess they're just like showing off, and Jax is like punching this rock, and then he like causes like stalactites to start falling from the screen. Which one is which?
I don't know. I just went with one of them.
Stalactites are
tight
to the
ceiling, the bottom. Yeah.
And stalagmites might reach the ceiling because they're from the. Is that right?
What the
fuck? I don't remember.
Time to Google stuff on a podcast again.
No, we're not doing. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're not. I'm cutting it out if you do it. We're not doing it. Do your own research. I'm afraid of what the Bing results will be for that. You want safe search off?
Yeah, this tights hang from the ceiling. You can cut this
Dope.
out, but I wanted to tell you.
No, it's fine. It'll stay in now that we have an answer. So yeah, the stalactite starts falling from the ceiling, and Liu Kang's like, "Oh, watch it, Jax. You just took 10 years off my life." And Jax is like it fucking matters.
Yeah.
You're going to live forever,
and then
right?
Liu Kang has a brain blast where he's like, wait a minute. 10 years off of what?
Yeah.
And then he has an existential crisis for a while.
He has a lot of existential crises in this episode, but they're interrupted by a combat alert. And they run into the
combat time.
The Nightwolf room where Nightwolf and Kiva are
live
on the computer
permanently forever, apparently.
Forever and ever. Yeah. Nightwolf hasn't gotten shit to do since episode 1. And he's like, "Oh, there's a dimensional rift in the New Guinea rainforest, and it's a weird one. There's something weird about this one, right?" So then the whole group.
Hold on, really quick. They make a really weird comment about New Guinea.
Yeah, when they're getting ready to kick their jets and jam, right?
Yeah.
So Sonya says to Stryker, "Better make sure you get all your shots so you don't get malaria." Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, and then Stryker says he has them all.
Right.
Which, I mean, I guess at least Stryker's not anti-vax.
Yeah, that's good.
But
good for Stryker.
Why did they? Look, all I'm saying is like it felt borderline racist to have said that, and I don't know why, but it felt bad.
Yeah,
it felt really bad.
I understand that it's an uncomfortable thing.
I have a note coming up that just says, "Tell us you hate the global South without telling us you hate the global South." So
I mean, so when I was in high school, I went to India, and I had to get malaria shots and medicine and everything before I went over there. I had to get certain vaccines and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a thing, but a cartoon making a joke about it.
Yeah, it's like a real thing, but it's a weird thing to include in your children's cartoon for babies.
Yeah, especially when there's dimensional rips and spectrometers are going crazy.
Did you catch that when that exchange happens that Sonya is riding in the jet with Stryker instead of with Jax.
See, I saw that, but I didn't think anything of it.
I did, because last episode, Sonya and Jax kind of clashed over Jax's metal arms.
Right.
So I'm kind of wondering if that's like a holdover.
I doubt it.
Or if they just wanted to do this thing where like Sonya gives Stryker some shit because they really wanted to highlight how much Stryker hates women.
If you try to vaccinate Jax, it breaks because he has big metal arms.
Yeah, you can't really shoot it into his shoulder, can you?
No.
I guess, of course, in this universe, he can take them off.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe they just plug a USB drive in.
Stupid, my joke is so dumb. Anyway, there's that.
You missed my USB joke comment.
Oh, sorry. Too busy bullying myself.
It's all right. It wasn't great.
So
all I said was they just plug a USB into his arm.
Oh,
socket.
just like Small Wonder.
They just load him up with Norton antivirus.
Small Wonder, I learned googling Small Wonder, has like an armpit port.
And then they secretly turn him into a Bitcoin mining.
Oh, dude, that's so fucked up. Can you imagine turning a human being into a Bitcoin mining computer?
I'm just saying, if you were gonna do one, you would pick Jax, right? Because he's got those metal arms.
I hate that.
Or, potentially, that's how the Lin Kuei's probably making all their money.
Oh, dude, the fucking Kardashian Lin Kuei turned all his ninjas into Bitcoin mining computers. Oh, dude, I'm gonna get so rich.
That was the real cyber initiative.
The crypto initiative.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, Liu Kang and Katana are having a very straightforward and direct conversation where Katana's just like, "Hey man, seems like something's on your mind." And Liu Kang just gives a straight exposition style answer where he explains what's on his mind, and she gives him direct advice in response.
Yeah. That was an interesting, I actually really like this, right? So the thing that Liu Kang is pondering is he's not going to age until the next Mortal Kombat tournament because he won the last one. And we actually see that flashback. We see the flashback.
That is hashtag not my Shang Tsung. What the fuck was that?
That was Mortal Kombat 3 styled Shang Tsung, but we see him like
that should be fucking illegal.
Fire fist him off the cliff. They took the spikes out, but it is the scene from the first Mortal Kombat movie. He says flawless victory and everything. Wild that we then see like Shang Tsung rot into a skeleton after dying in this children's cartoon. Like they straight up showed the fatality.
I mean, it's a little less gruesome.
Still, really pushing the boundaries. But yeah, so Liu Kang's pondering like, what does this mean? Like the Outworld broke the rules and are invading Earthrealm. There may never be a Mortal Kombat tournament ever again. I might just never age ever naturally. And I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to dig into. Not that I think the show did a very good job or that it will ever come up again on this cartoon show, but it was an interesting like theory that it presented, right? Does that hold true in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie? Where if we do decide that this isn't in continuity with the rest of it, which is bullshit because it absolutely is. We got a big theory, boys. Later.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Does that mean that that Robin Show Liu Kang is never gonna die, or like was that settled in that movie because like he challenged Shao Kahn to Mortal Kombat at the end of that film, and they're like, this counts as a tournament?
I would assume that probably.
Okay.
If I had to make a judgment call, it would probably be that.
But then he won that one also. So then will he continue to not age until another Mortal Kombat? Like, is there like in 1,000 years, is Robin Show Liu Kang still going to be like just bumming around after burying all his friends and loved ones?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's one that he has. And I understand that it's for like, this is a children's show reasons, so they're explaining it, but I appreciate, like you said, just sort of having a very frank conversation about this and like, hey man, you must not confuse agelessness with immortality. We're both vulnerable. Right. And it's like, you're right. Somebody could still murder that man if they wanted. He just won't age. Like
that was every episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest was someone trying to murder Kung Lao.
Yeah, and it is so funny seeing like how a show ostensibly for adults handles that topic.
Yeah.
And how a show that's giving it like 8 minutes total handles that topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later too.
I don't remember why I thought the show hated the global south, but I want to make sure that that's out there.
Oh, doesn't Jax like jump out of the jet and he's like, this place fucking sucks. It's a swamp or some shit.
Probably some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then there's a genuinely kind of cool shot where Stryker's like looking into the jungle with his binoculars and everyone's like posted up behind him. It looked kind of cool. But so they split up, right?
Well, can I real quick talk about this? This set, like the last few episodes, it's just been barren wastelands with like a big anchor here and there.
Still kind of that.
Yeah, but we got some jungle in this, and that's kind of, it was a nice change of pace. Like they must have, I don't know, they must have found like some new assets from some canceled animation project to use that are a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, they might have. They at least decided they wanted the show to have visually interesting backgrounds occasionally.
Yeah, got nothing on the sets from the movies or from Conquest, of course.
And I don't think it ever will.
No.
But so they're like, okay, all our shit's fucked up, technologically speaking, and so we're gonna split up and look for clues.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang is somehow the only person who notices gigantic red laser shooting into the fucking sky.
Giant red beam of light.
Like kind of laser you see at the end of a superhero movie, because that's how all of those movies end, and it's just a big sky laser. It's one of those.
It's Death Star size.
And then Liu Kang is like,
laser beam size.
I don't need backup. I could probably just go check that out on my own. I'm just going to walk in here. Let's see what happens. And then there's an E-boy, and they have to fight.
Yeah.
That stands for Extreme Combat Boy.
Stands for Ermax Boy, because they're definitely friends. So Rain's here. Rain like leaps down from the top of this like tower that's just littered with skulls and like vaguely skull shaped itself, which was kind of sick as fuck. There's skulls all over this fucking episode, right? And Rain like leaps down from the top, and Rain's looking a little different than normal in that he's ninja outfit from the neck down, like your Reiko, right? But he's got the head of a 90s like Tiger Beat cover model.
Yeah. He's from 17 magazine.
He's got the middle part. He's got the hair drapes in the front, you know. He's got real Sean Hunter energy. And he starts fighting Liu Kang, who has wait, was it Sean Hunter in Boy Meets World? I don't care.
We'd have to ask Liam. Liam's the only one who actually knows.
Yeah. Hey Liam, send in a voice message.
Send us a letter in the mail.
Liam doesn't listen to this.
He doesn't.
Hey, yeah, anyway, Liu Kang and Rain start fighting. And then Katana comes in and she like breaks it up and she's like, whoa, hey, it's cool. Stop it. Hey, what's up, Rain? I know you. And Liu Kang's like, what?
How could you possibly know that? And then Rain is instantly on his smarmy shit heel shit. And he's like, we were more than just friends. If you know what I mean. We used to fuck.
They take a minute to like really get into that, but they're like, we used to be close, which is code word for fucking, for sure.
They use the word engaged. But
that's because it's a children's cartoon. If this was Conquest, I guess they did meet in Conquest, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rain's here, and the rest of the gang shows up, right? And they're like, who's this? And she's like, it's Rain. And Rain's like, hey, everyone, I'm part of a rebel group hiding out in Outworld. Things are bad there because of the new emperor, Shao Kahn. Weird that they're calling him the new emperor, but...
Yeah, a lot of this framing, the framing is deeply confusing. Much in the same way, it's like the old emperor, Katana's dad, and it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, but fuck it. I have a note here that says they used to fuck, clearly.
I have a note that just says, quote, more than just friends once, ... we fucked, end quote.
Yeah. Right.
Is Sub-Zero not going to ask why Rain stole his outfit? How did that happen contextually in this situation?
They just shop at the same Zhu Zhen store still, probably.
They do mention a new place, and I honestly thought he was going to fucking say Zhu Zhen.
Yeah, right, because he says
Sa or like Jia?
Yeah, he's telling them that Shao Kahn is planning to invade the realm of Za.
And there is a sacred scimitar with the power to destroy the strongest warriors. Shao Kahn can't have it, blah, blah, blah. Is that just a Kamidogu dagger?
It might be, but the bigger question is, why the fuck are people building this shit?
Building what shit?
Like a scimitar that can kill any warrior.
Well,
Why are you building that?
here's the thing, though. If you could, though, wouldn't you?
No.
If you had the power to make a cheese nip that could kill God.
Damn it, Corey. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't do that.
No, if I did, it would be a Cheez-It for starters. But
So you're saying you would not create a Cheez-It that
it's
could
not my place.
kill God.
What the fuck are you gonna I'm gonna forge a scimitar that can somehow kill any warrior ever, and then I'm gonna stick it in the realm of Za.
Here's the thing, though.
right?
Think about it. The Kamidogu daggers are just as stupid in that case.
I know.
Like,
Sure.
we
but the
made a
Kamidogu-
knife that could literally split the universe in half.
Right, but the Kamidogu in general are kind of inconsistent in how they're used, right? Because originally the Kamidogu were just the essences of all of the realms, right? Like the seed, like what we saw in Conquest, this, the seed of Edenia or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
That was essentially a Kamidogu, right? Now how they weaponized those into daggers for the new timeline, and that was the way they cut up the one being, like it's messy. It's messy. But if we take that at face value, my question stands. Why are people making these fucking things?
There's no good reason for it. Holy shit, this episode
not.
has been an hour. I just glanced over and I was like, oh my God. So they're just shooting the shit, and they're all talking, and Raiden gets quite the triumphant reveal.
Yeah, he does. That music is fucking epic, right?
And then it's like the shittiest Raiden has been to date.
Yeah, well, so Stryker originally calls him asking for a portal,
God.
and Rain like interrupts. He's like, no, it's cool. We can just use this portal right here, which is a little sus already.
Yeah, and then Raiden's like, pizza dude's got 30 seconds. I need to make a portal. so I can get pizza.
And this Raiden absolutely would refer to pizza as Za.
Oh, it's the pizza realm. Oh,
Yeah,
they're
it's the
going to
pizza realm.
Italy.
We're going to the fucking sewers from Ninja Turtles,
We're
man.
going to the Italian sewers, baby. Anyway, Raiden shows up and he's like, "Hey, you fucking called? Like,
Yeah.
what do you need me for?" And then while everyone is discussing plans, I just need to point out there's a shot of Katana talking to the group, and the framing of the shot is Liu Kang's back, taking up most of the frame. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
There's a few weird editing things in this episode. I got notes on a couple.
Is that about the TV show or this podcast?
Both, but mostly the TV show episode. Yeah, so Raiden's like, let me guess, you guys want to go to the realm of Za. That's a realm where, like Outworld, I don't have my powers. So if you go, you're on your own. And they're all like, all right, cool, fuck you, Raiden, we're going. Because Katana's like leading the charge. She's like, I got to help out Rain. I have a responsibility to do this, so I'm going. So then Sonya and the boys all join her and Rain and go through the portal into the realm of Za. This is like the first like new realm we've gotten on this show, isn't it? Like in a long time, right? Because we had Earthrealm, Outworld, Zatera, wherever Kriya's from.
Did we never get what that place was called?
Nope, not as far as I remember. Hey, Tabmock99, let me know. But no, I don't think we ever got a name for Kriya's realm.
Yeah, that's interesting. It would be cool if we got a new realm that didn't just look like every other fucking realm.
This one looks exactly like every other fucking realm. This looks like Outworld. It's to the point where like something real fucking confusing happens because they pop into Za, right? And then they're like immediately, I think, they don't know where the scimitar is, so they're gonna split up. And Liu Kang's about to like partner up
This show
with Katana.
loves to split up, by the way.
They split the party every episode. But like Liu Kang's getting ready to ask Katana to like be his lab partner, and then like her like the popular boy in school like comes in and swoops in instead. And he's like, "Hey, come be my lab partner. We got some stuff to talk about."
Yeah, not initially giving her a choice in the matter, and then she just sort of like, "Yeah,
No.
you're right. We do need to talk." And Liu Kang is like fuming with jealous rage at this point.
He really fucking is. This is the first weird thing because she's like, "Okay, Rain, I'll go with you. Just give me a minute." But then they're just walking off together immediately, and Liu Kang has to like stop her and be like, "Hey, wait, what's the deal? I thought we were lab partners." And she's like, "Look, I owe him something
What's the deal?
because we used to be engaged, right?" And you can just see like Liu Kang getting kicked in the nuts, like emotionally by that news.
Yeah. It's
He
not
is in his fucking feels. He wants to go back through that portal. He wants to climb in his dragon jet, and he wants to like crank some dashboard confessional or something.
Yeah, he's listening to the new Olivia Rodrigo on loop forever. So now we have a reference for now and a reference for the past. We did it, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Neil's old. Laugh it up.
No, well,
fuckers.
okay, that's not really what I meant. But if you want to get in your feelings and go drive around a dashboard confessional, you can do that.
Joke's on you. I did that earlier today.
Joke's on you. I'm always doing that. So what is Liu Kang worried about?
Just want to be clear, that wasn't a joke. I actually did that earlier today.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
This isn't really the forum for me to ask, huh?
I just want to own it.
Shout out to Dashboard Confessional. Anyway, okay. What is Liu Kang so nervous about? Like that Rain is just gonna stay forever? Like,
I think so. I think he's like, oh shit, I'm feeling weird about the fact that I may live forever. And fortunately, my girlfriend Kitana is also gonna live pretty much forever. But oh shit, here's this other guy from her realm who's also gonna live pretty much forever. And she has a history with him, and he's got a better haircut than me. And look at that jawline. And now he's back and she wants to go spend time with him. I might lose the only person that I could have in my life forever.
my life.
All these other Jokers, Sonya, Jax, Stryker, Nightwolf, Kiva, they're all going to fucking die. And if Kitana goes off with Rain forever, I'm just stuck with Raiden, and that's going to fucking suck. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess in my head, it was, I mean, the episode's called Skin Deep. It was very transparently clear that Rain was not a good man, not one of the good ones. So Liu Kang ends up deep in his feelings, and here's
But let's consider how he's been portrayed on the show so far. Every single episode, he's been questioning himself and his confidence and his value and worth as a human being. Like,
he's a deeply self-conscious individual.
he really is. So that's consuming him and taking him over in this moment. You know, Rain's over there looking handsome. He's already nailed Kitana, presumably.
Okay.
Hate that I said.
You didn't have to say
hate
that.
that I said that.
We can just take
hate
it
the way
out.
I said
we
it.
can just take it out.
Hate the way I. Nope, leaving it in. I'm expecting emails. Just want to acknowledge I hate the way I said it.
I'm expecting email.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Keep it going. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just feeling like a dorky loser, and Rain's a cool new guy, right? So that's all.
Liu Kang is giving us like sympathetic jock energy.
Liu Kang is the Corey Matthews to Rain's Sean from Boy Meets World.
Sure. I'll assume you're right.
And he's like, oh no, Rain is stealing my Topanga.
And what do his friends do in response to seeing him in pain? Well, some of them try to be nice about it, but Jax is like, guy's so jealous he's gonna fucking bust a gut, dude. Shit. Somebody fucking help this man. And it's like, Jax, is this the best you could come up with? It's just, he's so jealous he's gonna bust a gut. Like,
and Sonya's picking on him too. Stryker gets it though. Right?
And Sub-Zero gets it. Sub-Zero's like, hey man, come hang out with me. It's cool. We're gonna go vibe.
Hey, guy who murdered my brother, let's go hang. Right, I got your back.
And then Stryker's like, I know what I have to do.
Stryker comes to his defense. He's like, hey guys, leave him alone. I've been there. And then boom,
giant demons.
Big giant
huge demons.
Like,
just fucking what? Like not like anything we've ever fucking seen in our life.
No, it's a different realm.
Looks like the Toy Machine logo a little bit. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, they all just fucking spring up and start. And so then, holy shit, is this when Sonya says combat time?
It is.
Okay. Does she say it again later? She probably does.
I don't recall.
But she's like, they're like, oh shit, demons, combat time. And everyone starts fighting these big demons. And like all the other fights on this show, I don't know what to say about it. You get some special moves. You get some fan lifts. You get some ice beams. You get some Jax, chucking dudes and stuff like that. It's a fucking fight, right? And then, like, all of a sudden, all the demons start, like, running through a portal.
Inexplicably, yeah.
and they're like, we got him on the run, let's go. And it's Liu Kang it's Liu Kang and it's Sonya, and they're chasing after him, and they're right about to go through that fucking portal after these demons when fucking Rain throws a smoke bomb to distract them, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a ninja. He's just a ninja in this. He's got no special powers, just ninja shit.
No special powers that we're aware of or he uses.
Then he grabs Katana and he pulls her through that portal, and the portal closes, and boom. Oh, fuck. Sonya and the boys, they're all stuck here, right? They're all stuck here in Za.
And he kidnapped Katana, that thing that we definitely couldn't have assumed would happen.
Katana has been kidnapped by her ex-fiancé.
And the response from Liu Kang's friends is instantly, what if she wanted to go?
Yeah, even Raiden's like, because Raiden pops in, right? He's
historically shitty in this one. Dude sucks. He's like, he keeps creating a new fucking benchmark for himself. It's unbelievable.
It really is. But he pops in. He's like, surprise, motherfuckers, I pranked you. I could be here the whole time. I've been watching your back.
He said multiple times, I don't have powers in this realm, but if y'all need a portal, I can just do that. Fucking excuse me? What are you talking about?
That's the prank. See, like, I think he said that in front of Rain to prank Rain into thinking that Raiden wouldn't be able to help him.
Well,
right?
Raiden needs to fucking communicate these ideas.
So then when Rain pranked Sonya and the boys and tried to trap them in Za, Raiden was able to be like, haha, I pranked you. I can actually help you guys. I pranked Rain. He thought I couldn't help you, but I can. That's the ultimate prank. I got a portal ready for Earthrealm. Y'all want to go back through Earthrealm. And then Liu Kang's like, well, no, I got to go after Katana. And Raiden's like, you ever think that maybe she wanted to go with Rain? It's fucked up.
And it's like, I want to, on a base level, this may be a conversation you have to have, but the way Raiden says it is just the shittiest thing in the world. Also, really quick, when they get away, Sonya angrily kicks a rock and just hurts her foot.
Yes,
and it's not really addressed. It just happens.
It's fucking dork. Yeah, they made Sonya a dork.
Yeah, and then Raiden is like, they try to frame Raiden as sort of being a sweetheart for keeping an eye on them, but he just kind of actually sucks.
Right, because she's like, oh, you. I don't even know what she says. Sonya says something.
Yeah, but then Raiden gets one funny line because they're
liar.
arguing about who needs to go where, and all this shit. And he's just like, hello, Earth, invasion, anybody? Do we want to do something about this? Hello?
Because this whole thing was a Shao Kahn prank, ultimately. Like, now that all of the Earthrealm defenders are trapped in Za, Shao Kahn's free to send his cybers into Earth to conquer it. So Raiden's like, we got to get back to Earth. There's cybers everywhere.
There's so many.
But Liu Kang's not going. Liu Kang's staying. He's got to find Katana. He finds one of her fans. Stryker decides to stay with Liu Kang. I'm going to help you out, buddy. I know what it's like to be cucked.
Let's go climb that tower.
Let's go climb that tower. So the rest of the gang go back to Earth. Stryker and Liu Kang. Liu Kang's like, I found this fan. I think she left it as a clue. It was pointing this
the most
direction.
insane thing in the world.
Maybe she went there, and the screen pans over to the only structure in the entire realm.
Yeah,
just
so
the one building.
So they climb up there, and then they stop partway up, and have an emotional conversation. And Stryker is so out of breath as he gives this emotional speech.
He really is.
It's so funny.
Yeah, they're climbing, and Liu Kang's like, "Why did you stay behind to help me?" And Stryker's like, "Well, you know,
I was
there's a reason.
I was married.
I had a reason.
I was married, and I was too in love with being a riot cop, and my wife left me.
A fucking riot cop. Yeah, they're perched on this.
I was married to the game.
He was married. Yeah. God, this is his heart to heart. The music's all sappy.
They try to humanize Stryker by saying he loved so much being able to like baton people in the head with impunity that it impacted all of his relationships. And at the end of this emotional speech, he also threatens to do exactly that to Liu Kang if he tells anybody.
He had a girlfriend.
Maybe a wife.
Never around for her because he was a riot cop and his career always came first. So his words, she walked out on me for another guy. So she didn't just leave him. She left him for another dude, specifically.
Yeah, presumably one that's not a cop.
Not a fucking riot cop.
Presumably.
Right? Probably a guy who works at a fucking bookstore and goes down on her regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
standard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stryker doesn't do that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right. The fuck no, Stryker doesn't.
Fuck
do that.
no, he
Stryker
doesn't.
Sucks.
Stryker is the DJ Khaled of not eating pussy.
I was about to say. Stryker's the fucking DJ Khaled.
I also realized what I said didn't make any sense. He's the DJ Khaled of not eating pussy.
When Stryker's out busting heads at the riots, he hits one and he goes, another one. Then he hits another one.
God. Anyway,
He's like, I'm the Don. I'm the king.
these are the
I'm Stryker.
These are the keys. Anyway, so they keep climbing that tower, and I just have a joke I need to make about the tower real quick.
Yeah, let's do
Liu
it.
Kang unwittingly slaps what I can only describe as the tower's nipple alarm.
The tower's cheese dip.
Yeah, and you know they set off some alarms, and Motaro is up there with his boys, just like, hey, you fucking hit our cheese nips? What are you fucking doing?
Motaro left his region and brought his boys with him.
Or this is Motaro's region also.
This is Motaro's vacation region.
Motaro's vacation region.
Meanwhile, we cut back to Earthrealm real quick. Jack, Sonya, and Sub-Zero are fucking up cybers in front of a pile of skulls. Raiden shows up and actually uses some lightning to help them out, and he's like, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do this anyway. So, he can do shit sometimes. Why didn't he hang out? It doesn't matter. I'm not even going to ask to finish the question.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't fucking. It doesn't matter. All he cares about is Earthrealm.
Yeah. So here's another complaint I have. Quick.
And barely.
Yeah. Why is it so easy to defeat a group of centaurs with just a stick and some dudes?
I don't fucking know, but wasn't it insane to see Stryker use his cop baton to hit a horseman?
Transferable skills, baby. You played Mortal Kombat 3.
That's we kind of glossed over it. This is the very same baton he threatened Liu Kang.
Oh, of course.
With, if Liu Kang ever told anybody about how Stryker got cucked.
Stryker has blood in his hands for sure.
And I'm using the term "got cucked" because that's the term Stryker would have used.
Yeah. So why did the centaurs look so fucking weird?
Because this cartoon has a very low budget.
LBs.
So something weird happens in this fight, though. Like, first,
he just trips them over.
There's a great scene where they prank a couple of centaurs off the roof, right? But they mention that once the fight is kind of winding down, Stryker's like, "You go ahead, Liu Kang. With Motaro down, I can handle the rest of them." There's still 6 fucking centaurs.
Yeah, he's really optimistic,
clopping around up there. I mean, it turns out he does a good job, but I didn't see Motaro go down, right? Liu Kang drops on him and does a leg chokehold on him.
Classic move against the centaur.
He's holding him for a minute, and then it cuts away, and he's just over with Stryker by that wall where they prank the 2 dudes off the roof. You don't actually see Motaro go down, not in the version that I watched anyway. Did you catch that? Presumably you're watching the same version I was.
I watched it on YouTube, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember, I just don't remember. Yeah. I don't.
That's just another weird editing. Oh,
we have the best editing choice of all right at the end, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Really, the pièce de résistance is, I'll just say maybe a big building sinks into the ground. And maybe it doesn't move a lot in the process of doing that.
Some real Hanna-Barbera nonsense. So with Motaro down, off screen, presumably, Liu Kang runs into this tower and he finds a waterfall and he figures out that he's got to fireball the water.
Well, here's
evaporate
walk through the water. It's water, dude.
Not as cool looking as his.
Or is it magical water
right?
because Rain did it, and he has to fight it with the elements.
This could be a manifestation of Rain's powers. Although if we're in the same universe, in Conquest, he had lightning powers, right?
Water conducts lightning.
There you
Not
go.
electricity, lightning.
He's got lightning running through that water, so Liu Kang had to evaporate it out of there. And Liu Kang goes into this hidden passage, right? And he sees Katana, and she's up on this dais, and her arms are chained up, and she immediately is like, "Yo, watch out, motherfucker!" And then, but it's too late. Liu Kang got pranked again when this 5-headed monster just grows out of the ground and starts kicking his ass.
Who's this bug monster, man? And why does he grow heads after emerging from the ground? What are the rules? What are the monster rules that this universe operates by?
I don't know, man, because this is the realm of Za, which we are not familiar with. But I can tell you that 5-headed creature is credited as a 6-headed creature and is voiced by Frank Welker.
Oh!
Who voiced Shao Kahn and Reptile in Mortal Kombat 95.
Who
voiced Megatron
everyone in existence.
Transformers. Voiced the Rocketeer in something.
In the Rocketeer.
Fred Jones on all the Scooby-Doos, etc. I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them for sure.
Voiced
Stanley's. He was General in Stanley's Mighty Seven.
Stanley's,
which is not Stripperella, but close.
Anyway, Frank Welker's here and he's dead now. So the character that he's playing, I don't know, but the actual guy.
Oh, I better check. Hold on.
Can I just say that differently?
Still alive.
Okay, it's fine.
As far as IMDb knows, he's still around. Shout out to Frank Welker. Come on the show.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be the people you would want to talk to.
Yeah, fuck it. So, I don't know. Liu Kang fireballs the monster, and that's that. He frees Katana, and he's like, hey, just tell me one thing. And she's like, I would never leave you. And then he's all like, okay, cool.
Finally, my masculinity has been restored.
And then Stryker comes in, and he's like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. But they try to leave, and then Rain blocks their exit. And then Katana's like, I'll handle this motherfucker. And we get to see Katana fight. We get to see a Katana versus Rain fight, right?
Which sounds cool on paper.
Rain says some shitty stuff that he finds Katana less attractive now that she has no power in Outworld.
Yeah, he's a real climber, socially, a real Ben Shapiro. Rain is the Ben Shapiro of Mortal Kombat, and I will not elaborate any further.
Let's assume for just 1 minute that you actually had power in Outworld still. But yeah, they fight. Rain's got like a spiked bat, and he uses ninja stars and stuff, right? And it's a really short fight because this is a really short show.
You wouldn't know it based on how long this podcast is.
Well, we had a lot of Cheez-It talk up top. That's going to get trimmed down like crazy. More Cheez-It talk than I thought we would.
More Cheez-It talk than fucking show talk at this point.
Hey, Cheez-Its, sponsor the show.
It's brought to you by Mr. Christie, a.k.a. Nabisco. They're different companies, but figure it out.
That's Cheese Nips, and I don't want their money.
You heard me.
So Katana ends the fight by kicking Rain through a stone column, much like Jax beating on that stone rock column.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It really is. This episode has perfect symmetry. That was the load-bearing column in this place.
It was the only one.
The only one, because the whole place is about to fucking crumble. And Rain's just like, smell you later, and he jumps through like an escape hatch or a portal or some shit. I don't remember. And then Katana and Liu Kang and Stryker are like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? And then Raiden pops in, and he's like, oh, looking for the exit.
Did somebody say portal time?
Pew, 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 pew.
And 16 gunshots go off. And then they just keep talking about emotional vulnerability for too long. And Raiden is like, hey, we have to leave, dude.
The building is crumbling. There are rocks falling. It's overlaid in front of them as
they're not even talking quickly or anything.
And Liu Kang is like, hey, Katana, I'm sorry. My jealousy took over. But like, I'm in love with you. And I'm sorry that I was jealous. And Katana's like, we're both gonna live for a long time, but we're still mortals, and I'm glad, and that's our mortality is our most precious gift.
Meanwhile, Raiden is checking his watch.
Raiden is like, the sky is fucking falling, people.
Chicken Little, the new DLC character for Mortal Kombat, with his hit catchphrase, the sky is fucking falling, people.
So they finally go through the portal, and we see an exterior shot of this tower just disappear under the horizon line.
It like shakes back and forth, but it's as if it's cutting to like two different pictures, and then it just like sinks as a individual big chunk into the ground, and it's so funny.
Well, they blew their whole budget on that rainforest backdrop.
Yeah. And
all those skulls,
and vaccinating the crew,
and getting everyone their malaria shots, because this was animated on location in New Guinea,
in the jungles of New Guinea, where malaria is allegedly a big concern.
They devastated that rainforest producing this episode on location.
And you know who doesn't care? Raiden, because he doesn't care about Earth.
And Rain doesn't really give a fuck.
This episode brought to you by the Anti-Raiden Coalition.
That's it. That's the episode. It ends that way.
What's your big theory, boys? Because we got to get out of here soon.
You ready for it? All right, big
Also,
theory
but first,
boys.
actually, before first, hold on, pause. You can say what you liked first.
Of the 4 of these we've seen so far, I think that this one is the best one because, like, this did something cool where it featured Mortal Kombat characters like Motaro as a bad guy and the Cyber Lin Kuei showing up in that Earthrealm invasion scene. But it also brought one in to be like directly interacting and what's the word?
Interfacing with the gang.
Yeah. Getting in with the gang to a point where they had conversations and explored backstory and history and Mortal Kombat themes in a way that we haven't had in this series so far. That reminded me of the way that kind of stuff would play out in Mortal Kombat Conquest with your sort of weekly guest character, guest fighter of the week, whatever.
Now, it is true that each of those interactions were like 4 minutes long.
Sure. There was not enough time to really dive into it, but I feel like it's a step in the right direction for the show and for like what I'm looking for in the show also.
That's a fair assessment.
I don't think that the show's going to hit like the highs of Mortal Kombat Conquest.
It's not.
Right? But I think that this episode might be above some of the lows of Mortal Kombat Conquest, if marginally.
I'm willing to accept that. Okay, big theory, boys. Big theory, boys.
Big theory, boys. Okay. So, as we all know, I'm trying to force this into continuity with Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and I'm trying to avoid the super easy retcon idea that when Shao Kahn was dying at the end of Annihilation before the dragon ripped out of him, he sent a message to himself back in time and changed the timeline.
He said he must win.
He would say that, and he would be saying it about himself, and it wouldn't change anything.
Me must win.
The message he maybe sent back was don't kill Rain, because we do see Rain die in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which makes it tough to explain him showing up in this.
Dude, I love DKR. Donkey Kong Run Tree. Or don't kill Rain. Anyway, moving on. Sorry about that.
But Kitana has a line in this that's pretty interesting, where she says, when she first encounters Rain, she says, "I thought you were dead," right? And we know from dissecting the Mortal Kombat Annihilation novelization that Rain wasn't originally in that, and it was Baraka instead, right? And they changed it to Rain because they had the costume, and the Baraka costume looked like absolute trash. So I think it'd be easy to imagine a scenario where, even though Shao Kahn thought he killed Rain,
right,
Rain somehow escaped that fate when he got thrown into that pit. Who knows? Maybe he got brought back for nefarious reasons. Maybe Shao Kahn brings him back later through necromancy because he wants to, pull this prank on Princess Kitana and and Sonya and the boys. Like, that's an easily retconnable thing, So my theory holds that this is still something that's happening after Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Maybe Kitana didn't recognize Rain when she saw all the generals at the beginning of that movie, And this kind of ties in with Mortal Kombat Conquest, where we did see Rain show up very briefly. He fucks up Liu Kang's leg. Holy shit. He fucks up Kung Lao's leg. And then he fights Zero later on, and Kitana intervenes in that fight, and they recognize each other, and he runs off. Like, that could have just been like she didn't know whose side he was on. That whole thing could have been a misunderstanding. It's not like Kitana and Kali didn't try to fight Kung Lao and the gang as soon as they met him in the first place. Also, so that stands that at least 500 years before this episode, Kitana knew that Rain was alive, which means once Annihilation happens, she thinks he's been killed. She gets word somehow, maybe. And then she's surprised when she sees him in this. I think it all tracks. That's pretty much it for the big theory, boys.
And this episode?
No, we got one last thing to do.
Okay.
This episode dealt with Liu Kang dealing with the fact that he's not going to be aging.
Yeah.
Thinking about living a long time, thinking about watching everybody else around him die, that he may just continue living on forever and ever because there may never be a Mortal Kombat tournament. Mortal Kombat Conquest had a couple of episodes dealing with that exact same thing. Of course, the first one where Taja and Zero drink the old water and the monk crumbles.
How can I forget?
And then later on, in a more direct way, I think when he's interacting with Kitana during one of those episodes. I could be completely wrong about that, but I know that the theme comes up again. So my question here is, which Mortal Kombat television series dealt with the idea of a warrior not aging and coming to grips with the idea that everybody around him may die and he may still continue living? Which series do you think did it better? Which series do you think tackled
Conquest, because it gives it time to actually breathe, which I know is more about format than anything.
I'm going to be real. I'm on the fence a little bit about this. I'm going with Conquest because you're right. It had more time to breathe and be examined, and potentially would have been picked up in future episodes and re-examined a bunch of times. But I really thought that the idea in this, where if there's no more Mortal Kombat tournaments, Liu Kang might just be stuck this way forever, was kind of interesting.
That's a really good idea, for sure.
It was a really good idea that we're not going to see any follow-up to, I don't think, in this
there's
series.
Absolutely no way in hell. Yeah.
This will be out of his fucking mind by the next episode, for sure.
100%.
All right, so Conquest is still on top. That is still the superior of the Mortal Kombat television series, and you ain't going to change our mind. And that's it. I think we're done.
Cool.
You feel done?
I feel so done.
All right. Well, I think that we should... what should we do? We don't always need to have a clever segue.
No, we do.
Let's get the fuck
we do.
out of here.
No, we do. Give me a second.
Okay.
We're gonna go. No. You're right.
Corey, I think we gotta get down to the clinic and get our malaria vaccine.
I don't think that's maybe the one.
Why not? We gotta go.
I don't know. I think we're fine with that, actually. Let's just leave.
Hey, Corey, you want to climb up this big tower and pour our hearts out to each other on this dragon?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's yeah.
All right. So why don't you let me into your heart and tell me what you have to plug?
I'm going to let my heart be my guiding key. And They Made Another One is the other show that I do. It's my friends Liam and Mitch, and Neil is sometimes on it. And we talk about sequels and reboots and remakes of movies and stuff. And
Episode 100.
Episode 100. You remembered more than I did because I had to crunch the numbers to figure out what week this was coming out.
I think this might be episode 101, but I just want to say congratulations on 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Dude. You got 100 episodes in your pocket. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's it went by faster than you'd think.
That's awesome.
Episode 100 is about Troll 2.
Nice.
Had to do something momentous for the occasion. In the event that this comes out when 101 comes out instead, that one's 10 Cloverfield Lane. We've already announced that.
Hell yeah.
So,
yeah.
If either of those things sound interesting to you, let me tell you right now, the opening of the Troll 2 episode is very good. I think people should listen to it. But
go listen to They Made Another One. Everybody subscribe.
Yeah. And at They Made Another on Twitter, TMAO on Letterboxd. They Made Another One on all of your podcast services. It's got a question mark and exclamation point at the end. It's maybe not the most SEO friendly thing in the world, but it makes for a good pronunciation. And you can find me on Twitter and Letterboxd at Mr. Corey Price.
Hell yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Final Neil. Find me on Instagram, my retro gaming account at Final Neil Retro. Subscribe to MK Podquest in your podcast app and on YouTube. Follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at MK Podquest. Support the show with your money at ko-fi.com/MK Podquest. Help me get a new fucking chair. I think that's it. Is that it? That sounds like it.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. We will be back next week for Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, Episode 5, Old Friends Never Die. This is a good one.
Spoilers. Now I know it's good.
Sorry. This is an okay one.